This broken-down man is being held at gunpoint by a robber, but not only is he not afraid, he actually steps forward and starts teaching the robber, hand-to-hand, how to shoot for a guaranteed kill. He calmly analyzes the survival rate of shooting the stomach, the chest, and the brainstem, like a cold-blooded killing instructor. The two armed robbers are so terrified they almost lose their minds. And the reason for this is because this man, John, is not an ordinary person. He's a top-tier soldier, retired for many years, but now he's tired of killing. He only wants to live a normal life. Unfortunately, a sudden tragedy is about to drag him back into a bloody battlefield. That day, John's younger sister Cindy returns from Brazil to visit him. Cindy is an idealistic social worker. For years, she has worked deep inside Brazil's favelas, helping the poor. John knows how dangerous those places are, and he strongly disapproves of her work. He notices she doesn't look mentally well. He even asks her if she's been taking her medication on time. Cindy only says she's tired. The next day, she flies back to Brazil. John doesn't think too much about it. He just tells her to take care of herself. But only a few days after Cindy returns to Brazil, bad news arrives. John's old friend, Manny, an official from the US consulate, brings shocking information. Cindy was brutally attacked in the favela. She is critically injured and now lies unconscious in a hospital, in a coma. This news hits John like a thunderbolt. His rage ignites instantly. He immediately flies to Rio, determined to find the person who hurt his sister. At the hospital, John meets Tiago, the local detective in charge of the case. Tiago labels it as a simple robbery. He claims criminals in the favela see Americans the same way they see money, but John's instincts tell him something is very wrong, and things get even stranger. While John is sitting by Cindy's bedside, a suspicious woman disguised as a nurse quietly sneaks in. She tries to inject an unknown substance into Cindy's IV bag. She's there to silence Cindy permanently. John reacts instantly and stops her, but the assassin escapes. Later, hospital records show that no nurse like her was scheduled that night. This attempted murder confirms John's suspicion. Cindy's attack was not random. She must have discovered a shocking secret and someone wanted her dead. To uncover the truth, John decides to enter the favela himself. At the crime scene, he finds a boy wearing Cindy's necklace. It turns out Cindy gave the necklace to the boy as a gift. To repay her kindness, the boy hands John something Cindy left behind, a notebook. Most of the pages have been ripped out, but on the remaining pages, John finds one name, Bruno, and a phone number. John contacts Bruno. Bruno is a photographer. When they meet at a cafe, Bruno is visibly terrified, but he finally tells John the truth. Cindy had been investigating a series of mysterious disappearances of young girls in the favela. Bruno believed the girls didn't die in gang shootouts like people claimed. Instead, they were being abducted by a secret organization. Right before Cindy was attacked, she met with a key informant, and she asked Bruno to hide nearby and take photos. Bruno gives John the photos. In them, Cindy is speaking with a man covered in tattoos. Behind them is a nightclub called Kronos. John recognizes the tattoos immediately. They are the symbol of the Japanese mafia, the Yakuza. Now the clues finally make sense. John storms into the Kronos nightclub. He uses the most brutal method possible. He forces a Yakuza member's head into a toilet and interrogates him. The man admits he's only a middleman responsible for smuggling. Cindy accidentally discovered his deal. He didn't dare touch her, but his client, a powerful mastermind, sent someone else to handle Cindy. Under the pressure of death, the middleman reveals where the mastermind is hiding, a large estate outside the city. Meanwhile, Detective Tiago begins his own operation. He gathers a large SWAT team and announces that he will purify the favela, capturing drug dealers and pimps in one sweep. But then the camera cuts and Tiago appears in front of the Yakuza boss. He reports that he has handled every problem, including that nosy American girl. It turns out this so-called righteous detective is actually a mole planted inside the police. Unaware of the betrayal, John and Manny infiltrate the estate. But this place is not a resort. It is a horrifying human trafficking transfer station. In the basement, John finds the missing girls. They are locked in cages like merchandise. He also finds forged customs documents proving the traffickers are preparing to ship the girls to Japan. At that moment, the middleman arrives with his men. A violent battle erupts instantly, but things get even worse. Detective Tiago arrives with the police. John thinks backup has arrived. He immediately hands over the evidence, but Tiago takes the documents and orders his men to escort John back to his hotel. Seeing Tiago's strange eyes, John instantly understands the truth. John pretends to cooperate and escapes. He immediately calls Manny and warns him Tiago is a corrupt cop. He tells Manny to bypass the police entirely and send help straight to Pier 9. Then John heads to the dock alone. He plans to end everything himself. Facing dozens of heavily armed Yakuza members, the sleeping lion finally awakens. John becomes a one-man war machine. Every shot is a headshot. Every punch lands like a hammer. He wipes out the enemies with overwhelming force. Finally, John faces the mastermind, Tiago. A brutal fight breaks out. And in the end, John drives a knife straight through Tiago's body. As Tiago dies, he confesses everything. He was born in the favela. And to give his family a better life, he chose to make a deal with the devil. He tells John that inside his cabinet is a complete list. Every police officer, judge, and government official bribed by the Yakuza. The truth is finally exposed. The girls are rescued successfully. But John feels no joy. The doctor tells him Cindy has suffered severe brain trauma. Even if she wakes up, it may take years before she can care for herself again, and the medical bills will be astronomical. Just as John falls into despair, Manny offers him a deal. If John agrees to join a secret Black Ops unit, an unofficial team that handles the government's dirty work, the country will cover all of Cindy's future medical expenses. John looks at his sister, motionless in the hospital bed. He has no choice. For the sake of his only family, he must return to the darkness he once swore to leave behind. When John finally nods, Manny hands him a file envelope. On it is written John's former codename. John asks, "When do we start?"